class we are going today? Type in the chat box. Class number 9. Wow, very good. Very good. You are there. So hello everyone. Good evening. And this is class number 9. And I hope all are well. So today we're gonna start with a new lesson, and that's gonna help you a lot. So what I'm gonna ask you to let me know in the chat box. So how many homework have you submitted so far? Type in the chat box. How many homework have you submitted so far? 6, 5, 3. Okay, so you got to submit all your homework. If you'd like to claim your certificate, so please make sure you submit all the homework. And we have got an exam as well. So as I told you, the condition, you got to submit all the homework. You need to attend all the classes. If you miss anything, watch the recording classes. And also you need to participate in the exam. I'll ask you 3 questions, a presentation and 2 more questions. Probably something like, what's the section number 7? What the section number 3? Something like this. And I would like to ask you give a presentation as well. And once you do that, you're gonna pass, right? So আপনাদের question আগেই publish করে দিয়েছি, so please take preparation and do the revision as well, because I will ask few questions from previous lessons as well. Okay. So Bilkis said she is having issues with cough. Take a lot of lemon and ginger water or tea. It's gonna help you a lot. So I know you can do it probably 2, 3 at a time. So once you feel better, so recorded video and submit in the homework group. Okay, so now okay, Shamim, if you've got any questions, I'll answer you in the last. Okay, so please lower your hand. All right, so today's class is all about comparison. So everybody please type in chat box comparison. Type in the chat box comparison. Very quickly type in the chat box comparison. Okay, excellent. Excellent, comparison. Okay. Okay, excellent. Thank you. So now, please type in the chat box. So, which country is the biggest country in the world? Type in the chat box. Which country is the biggest in the world? Which one is the biggest in the world? Which country? Russia. Excellent. So we're gonna pronounce it Russia. Okay, and which one is the smallest country in the world? Please type in the chat box. The smallest country in the world. The smallest country in the world. Say Vatican City. Okay, if you don't know, that's fine. Vatican City. Okay, so these are the 2 sentences you have used. The smallest country in the world and the largest country in the world. Excellent, thank you. The smallest country in the world and the largest country in the world. Okay, excellent. So now I'm gonna ask you these 2 questions and you need to answer them in the chat box in a long sentence, not short. Don't play shortcut. So what's the smallest country in the world? Please type in the chat box. Give me the full sentence. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. And Russia is the largest country in the world. Please type in the chat box these 2 sentences. Vatican is the smallest country in the world, and Russia is the largest country in the world. Very good. Type in the chat box 2 sentences. I'd like to see at a time. Vatican is the smallest country in the world, and Russia is the largest country in the world. Vatican is the smallest country in the world, and Russia is the largest country in the world. Excellent. Thank you. Everybody, type these 2 sentences in the world. So Vatican City is the smallest country, not a small, say the smallest country in the world. And Russia is the largest country in the world. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Russia is the largest country in the world. 2 sentences. Everybody type in the chat box. Vatican City is the smallest country. Small bole bhul hobe. Russia is the largest country in the world. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if I compare like this way, Vatican City is smaller than Russia, and Russia is the larger than Vatican City. Is it right or wrong? Please type in chat box. Right or wrong? If I say Vatican City is smaller than Russia, Russia is larger than Vatican City, please type in the chat box, right or wrong. Okay, excellent. It's the right sentence. So please type in the chat box these 2 sentences. Vatican City is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Vatican City. Everybody type in the chat box. Vatican City is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Vatican City. 2 sentences together. Vatican City is smaller than Russia, and Russia is larger than Vatican City. Very quickly type in the chat box 2 sentences. Excellent, thank you. So how many countries you can see on the screen? Type in the chat box. How many countries you can see on the screen? Very quickly type in the chat box. 3. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. Everybody type in the chat box 3 if you can see. There are 3 countries on the screen. Okay, now we're gonna do the comparison among these 3 countries. Among these 3 countries, you're gonna do the comparison. So we're gonna start with Russia. So Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. So among these 3 countries, Russia is the largest country in the world, and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Okay, so this is how we need to make sentence. Listen carefully. We're going to start with Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Among these 3 countries, Russia is the largest country in the world, and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. So what I'm going to do, I will request to unmute yourself, and you need to give me these 3 sentences together, all the sentences together. So we're going to start with Russia. So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go.
Russia is the largest than Vatican City, and Vatican City is
Russia is
than
Russia
is the largest country.
Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City.
in Bangladesh.
Okay, some of you are making a lot of mistakes. So listen to me very carefully. We're going to start with Russia, then Bangladesh, then Vatican City. This is how. So repeat after me. আমার সাথে সাথে বলেন. So Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Among these 3 countries, Russia is the largest country in the world, and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Okay, so please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start.
Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia is the biggest city in the world, and Vatican City is the
Vatican City is the small in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is the small in.
Yeah, thank you. So we're gonna do one more time. So repeat after me. আমার সাথে সাথে বলেন. So Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Among these 3 countries, Russia is the largest country in the world, and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Can you do that? Please type in the chat box. Yes, I can. Type in the chat box. Yes, I can. Okay, excellent. Thank you. So now what I'm gonna do is I will request you to turn into join in the breakout room, and we're gonna give you an opportunity to practice this these sentences. Okay, so please join the breakout room. Please join the breakout room. And so you're gonna make as many sentences I made, right? So please join the breakout room and practice there. So once you go there, say, hi, my name is Habib. Now I'd like to do the comparison among these three countries. So Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. So among these three countries, Russia is the largest country in the world, and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. So please join there. Join. Don't stay here. Join there. Yeah. So please practice. Go there. Don't stay here. এই জায়গা থাকবেন না কেউ, সবাই চলে যান. Okay, practice it. Practice it right now. So I can see here three people. Sumaya, can you please unmute yourself? So who would like to give this presentation? Please raise your hand electronically. Who would like to say all these sentences? Please type in the chat box or raise your hand electronically. Okay. So Nafis Hassan, please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences.
Thanks to give my opportunity. First of all, Russia is bigger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is bigger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Among those cities, Russia is the biggest city in the world, and Vatican City is the smallest city in the world.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Next, Habiba. Habiba, please unmute yourself.
Hence, Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican City. Vatican City is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Among those three countries, Russia is largest in the world, and Vatican City is smallest than the
No.
world.
Okay, so I repeat. So among those three countries, Russia is the THE. Russia is the largest country in the world, and Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. So who can do it? Please type in chat box. Yes, I can. I'd like to see. I'd like to see how many of you can do it. Type in the chat box. Yes, I can. Okay, so if you can, now we're gonna go to the next stage. So now, so these are the sentences you made. So please unmute yourself, and give me all the sentences in one breath. Right? Please give me all the sentences in one breath. So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go.
Vatican is smaller than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is smaller than Russia. Russia is larger than Bangladesh. Bangladesh is larger than Vatican. Vatican is the smallest country, and Russia is the largest one.
Thank you. So you're gonna move a bit further. So pond, river, and sea. Can you see it? Pond, river, and sea. Pond, river, and sea. So now we're gonna make some sentences. So pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than the pond. Among these three things, pond is the smallest one. Sea is the biggest one. Can you make these sentences? Please type in chat box yes or no. Type in chat box.
Okay, pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than pond. So among those topics, sea is the biggest biggest uh,
Thank you. So we're gonna practice one more time. So this is how pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than pond. So among these three things, pond is the smallest one. Sea is the biggest one. So now I'd like to request you to unmute yourself and give me all the sentences. So please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1.
pond is bigger. The pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than river. Sea is bigger than river is pond. Among those is the biggest, and the pond is the
among those
smallest.
Pond is the
pond
smaller
is
and the sea is the biggest.
smaller than pond is smaller and sea is largest.
Thank you. Again, I'm gonna send you the breakout room. Please practice there and come back again. So please join the breakout room. Join the breakout room. Quickly join the breakout room. 3, 2, 1, go. Click join. সবাই breakout room এ চলে যান. So make all the sentences and come back. Go very quickly join the breakout room. এই জায়গায় কেউ স্টে করবেন না. Join the breakout room, please. Quickly join the breakout room. So assign 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, who would like to give a presentation? Please type in the chat box or raise your hand electronically. Raise your hand electronically. Who would like to make sentences? Raise your hand. Okay, Bilkis, can you please make the sentences?
Pond is smaller than river. River is smaller than sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than pond. Among these, pond is smaller and sea is biggest.
No, the pond is the smallest one, and the
Pond
sea is the
is
biggest one.
smallest and sea
Is the biggest one.
sea is biggest one.
Sea is the biggest one. Okay.
Sea is the biggest one.
Okay. So now, so what happens is most of the time when you make the comparison, we make mistakes regarding the comparing the wrong things. So আপনি পন্ডের সাথে সাইজ অফ রিভারের কম্পেয়ার করতে পারবেন না, রিভারের সাথে সাইজ অফ সি এর কম্পেয়ার করতে পারবেন না। যদি একটা সাইজের সাথে আরেকটা সাইজের কম্পেয়ার করেন, সেই ক্ষেত্রে দুইটারই সাইজের সাথে কম্পেয়ার করতে হবে। ইজ ইট ক্লিয়ার? আই রিপিট, আপনি যদি বলেন পন্ড রিভারের সাইজের চেয়ে ছোট, রং কম্পারিজন। যদি বলেন রিভার সির সাইজের চেয়ে ছোট, কম। যদি সাইজের কথা বলেন তাহলে এই দুইটাই বলতে হবে যে পন্ডের সাইজ রিভারের সাইজের চেয়ে ছোট, রিভারের সাইজ সি এর সাইজের চেয়ে ছোট, সি এর সাইজ রিভার সাইজের চেয়ে বড়। এইভাবে কম্পারিজন করতে হবে। তাহলে যদি একটাই সাইজ নেন তাহলে আরেকটাও সাইজ ধরতে হবে। সো জাস্ট আই এম গিভিং সাম সর্ট অফ এক্সাম্পল হিয়ার, right? So the size of pond is smaller than the size of river. The size of river is smaller than the size of sea. The size of sea is bigger than the size of river. The size of river is bigger than the size of pond. So among these three things, the size of pond is the smallest one and the size of sea is the biggest one. Did you understand? If you understood, please type in chat box understood. আইএলটিএস এর ক্ষেত্রে অনেকেই এই ভুলটা করে থাকেন যে একটাই সাইজ বলেন আর একটা সাইজ বলেন না। চিন্তা করেন আরে পন্ডের সাথে আমি রিভারের সাইজ তুলনা করছি, একই তো জিনিস না, তাইলে হবে রং। সো প্লিজ টাইপ ইন দ্য চ্যাট বক্স ইফ ইউ আন্ডারস্টুড। Type in the chat box if you understood. So now what are you gonna do? We're gonna make the comparison. The size of pond is smaller than the size of river. The size of river is smaller than the size of sea. The size of sea is bigger than the size of river. The size of river is bigger than the size of pond. So among these three things, the size of pond is the smallest one and the size of sea is the biggest one or largest one, right? So now what I'm gonna do, I'll unmute yourself and you need to give me all the sentences. So please unmute yourself, 3, 2, go.
Side-
The size of pond is
Size
smaller
of
than
pond
size of
is
river. The
smaller
size of river
The size of smaller than the size
river.
of river. The size of river is
The
smaller than the size of
river
sea.
river
Size of
and
sea is
sea
bigger
river
than the
is
size of river. The size of is bigger than the
the
size of
river bigger
among
than
those
pond.
size.
so
So
The size
among
of
those
size
river is the size of
biggest
pond is the
those
smallest and the size of
Size of
sea is the
pond is
biggest.
among
smaller
those
than the size of
bigger
sea,
than
river. The size of a river is smaller than
size of pond is
than
the
size
size
than the
of
size of
pond.
So now I'd like to ask you a question. So let's say if I would like to talk about Donald Trump. So first time I said Donald Trump is the president of United States of America. And after that, what should I say? He or Donald Trump? Type in the chat box. কি বলি আমরা ডোনাল্ড ট্রাম্পের পরিবর্তে যখন বারবার তার সম্পর্কে কথা বলি হি বলি না ডোনাল্ড ট্রাম্প বলি? Type in the chat box. Which one we say? He. Okay. So size of না বলে সাইজ অফ এর পরিবর্তে আমরা বলতে পারি দ্যাট অফ। তাহলে সবাই আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে দেখান the size of equals that of. The size of equals that of. সবাই একটু লিখেন the size of equals that of. The size of equals that of. The size of equals that of. আমরা সাইজ অফ এর পরিবর্তে কি বলবো? that of. তাহলে কিভাবে এভাবে বলবো? The size of pond is smaller than the size of river. The size of river is smaller than that of sea. The size of sea is bigger than that of river. The size of river is bigger than the size of না বলে কি বলবো? that of pond. So among these three things, the size of pond is the smallest one, is the smallest one, is the biggest one or largest one. Okay. So excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for responding. So now, excellent. Thank you. Thank you. So now one more time, I'll request to unmute yourself and you need to give me all the sentences. Size of পরিবর্তে এবার that of বলবেন. So please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1.
The
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 size
size
of
of pond is smaller than that of river. The size
that of
of river
size
river.
of
The
is
size of
of
the
river
size of
is
river than that of the
that
size
of
of
sea.
river
the
is
size of
Size of
river
sea
is
is
bigger than that of
the size of
the size of
is the smallest one.
Size
then
of
The size of that is
that
the
of
biggest
the
one.
pond. Among those
of the bigger
the
than
size of
is
river
size of
is
river is bigger
bigger
than
the
the biggest is
the
smallest one.
biggest one.
biggest than of which one is the biggest
Bigger than that of
part.
size of river is the bigger than that.
The size of pond.
So can you, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write down all the sentences. Can you please write down on in the chat box and send me over? I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write down all these sentences. So 3, 2, 1, go. Please write. সবগুলো সেন্টেন্স আমাকে একসাথে দিবেন 2 মিনিট সময়। Okay. All right. Thank you. So some of the learners, they made mistakes, right? So they said among these three things, the C is the smallest ones now, smallest one, right? And the C is the biggest one. Okay. So now I'll request you to join to the breakout room and practice over there. So please join to the breakout room. 3, 2, 1, go. Please everybody join to the breakout room. সবাই breakout room এ join করেন and practice this. Join to the breakout room, please, and practice there very quickly. Join. Join to the breakout room. Don't stay here. এই জায়গায় কেউ থাকবেন না। Breakout room এ join করেন and practice there. Please go there quickly. So I can see here 12 people. কে presentation দিবেন? Please raise your hand electronically. এই জায়গায় 16 জন স্টুডেন্ট আছেন। Who would like to give a presentation? Who gonna make sentences? Raise your hand electronically. Okay, Shamim Mirza, please unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. The size of font is smaller than of river. The size of river is smaller than of sea. The size of sea is bigger than that of river. The size is river is bigger than that of font. Among those three things, font is the smallest one and sea is the largest one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shamim. Shamim, you made a mistake. So the size of একটু ভালো করে আরেকটু প্র্যাকটিস করে নেবেন। So next one, Masud Rana, please unmute yourself.
The size of font is smaller than that of rivers, and the size of rivers is smaller than that of sea. The size of sea is bigger than that of rivers. The size of rivers bigger than that of font. Among the three things, the sea is the biggest, biggest ones and font is the smallest ones.
Okay, reverse na river. Okay, other than everything is good. So everyone, please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences together. So unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go.
The
size
size
of
of
pond is smaller
Pond
than
is
of river.
smaller
The
than
size
that
of
Pond is
pond is smaller than that of
river, and
river.
the size
The
of
size of
river
river is
is
size
bigger than
of
that of
river
the
and that
sea.
of sea. The size of
Sea is
sea
bigger
is
than that
bigger
of
than that of river.
and the size of
sea.
river is
River
bigger than that
is
of the
bigger than that
both
of pond. Among
sizes.
the
The
three
size
things,
river size, the pond size,
three things,
the smallest one,
the
and
sea
the
is biggest one,
river size,
and
sea size is
Thank you. Now, village, town, and city. Village, town, and city. So the size of village is smaller than the size of town. তাহলে size এর পরিবর্তে আমরা that of বলবো। The size of village is smaller than that of town. The size of town is smaller than that of city. The city is bigger than that of town. The size of town is bigger than that of village. Among these three places, the village is the smallest one and the city is the biggest one, right? So this is how we need to start. Let's see, we're gonna do a comparison. Size of the kurbo. So please unmute yourself, everybody. Unmute. 3, 2, 1, go.
The size of
size of village is smaller than that of town.
size
Is
of
smaller
the size
than
of the
that
town.
The size
The
is
size of the
of is bigger than that of
city is
town is
the
bigger.
town. The size of the town is
City is biggest one and the
this
village is smallest one.
sizes. The
bigger
size is the
Size of
biggest.
city is
Excellent. So now, would you be able to make comparisons with different things, different places, different sizes? Please type in the chat box yes or no. আপনারা এখন থেকে করতে পারবেন কিনা কম্পারিজন? আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে দেখান। Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box yes or no. Okay, now we're gonna practice this presentation, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna introduce ourselves and then we're gonna tell how did you find us, Haself Education. Is it from Facebook? Is it from WhatsApp? Is it someone recommended you? Can you speak English now? If you can, please tell that yeah. So when I started, I couldn't speak English. Now I'm able to speak English in a certain level. And in these 9 classes, right? So today's class number 9. So in these 9 classes, I have learned so many things. First of all, so I have learned tenses and I have given a lot of presentation, and also I have learned how to solve the cue card. Now I can speak at least 2 minutes. So how can I improve more, right? So what's your aha moment of this course? সবচেয়ে আপনার এই কোর্সে সবচেয়ে ভালো লাগছে কোন ব্যাপারটা? কেউ বলতে পারেন যে so structure. If I know the 9 structure, I know if I make any mistake sentences, there will be no mistake at all because I know the structure. According to the structure, now I can assess whether the sentence is right or wrong. And how can I improve more? So I can improve more in different ways. For example, I can practice these 4 questions every day for next 30 minutes. I mean 3 times in a day. This is how I can improve my fluency. And if I'd like to get a better score in IELTS exam, of course, I'll join the IELTS course with Haself Education. It's completely free. However, I have to buy the course material, and also I'm going to practice a little bit more, and I will find my speaking partner here who are regular and who are submitting the homework every single day. I'll request them to practice with me. And is there any positive, negative comment? So if you love Haself Education, say something positive. If you don't love, say hassle-free education is very bad, blah blah blah. And would you recommend us? If you'd like to recommend, so what are you gonna say for the recommendation? That's how. So now what I'm gonna do, I'll request you to give a presentation here right now with me. So I'm gonna unmute yourself and I'm gonna ask you to give into yourself. Then don't ask the question, just answer the question, right? আপনার কি করতে হবে? প্রতিটা জিনিসের 8টা জিনিসের আনসার করতে হবে, তারপরে একটা প্রেজেন্টেশন হয়ে যাবে। So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello everyone, assalamu alaikum. Now,
Hello everyone.
Assalamualaikum. I want to
from Kazipur.
introduce
Good evening.
myself. Hi,
I would
I'm
like
Mr.
to
Rajiv.
introduce myself. I am
Facility
Mohammad Tolu. I
I'm a
am a
pharmacist.
Yes.
My hometown
I am resident of Dhaka.
education
down
and
in Murtiganj, in Dhaka.
In due
facility
development of
education it is
father is a
is
job holder and my mother is
It
a
is
homemaker.
learn English,
Stanford University.
Now,
My
learn
subject is
English,
BSc, Bachelor of Pharmacy,
class
and
I
Arshad Habib
complete
is
my
going to
master's
study
from
I
Delhi.
am really
MBBS.
After
grateful
completing my
um,
completing my graduation, and I
in my life I
joined
have
my
learned so many structures and I also practice group conversation,
movement of
I'm a pharmacist, so
can English.
I joined a renowned pharmaceutical company, the Acme Laboratories Limited.
In
improve
9 days
I complete
and
5 years
ending the class
You
I
continue my job
is
find
and join
and then
us
Delta
education
Pharma
more
Limited,
is two
and
group.
I continue as a STEM manager
practicing
production
this
and
Kirtan
continue
I can
this job.
English well.
facility education.
How can
Do you
to improve
What did
can
you
improve
learn
more by
over
practicing in
like
online class and in my
I like to listening music.
home practice,
My hobby is
my room
any
practice.
comments
we recommend you
gardening.
how
I
Management
like to
improve more
keep
how
facility
facility team.
education.
keep
It
Yeah,
in
definitely.
not day
Facility
or free
education
time.
is
knowledge.
I
a good
and
guide to every
I
student to
like to
take
play cricket with my
preparation
friends.
for IELTS exam. I think it is a good platform
I have
to
any
every
Education
chance.
student.
teachers.
I
Uh,
thank you for giving your presentation. Now, on this topic, can you speak 2 minutes? Please type in the chat box 2 if you can. If you can speak 2 minutes, please type in the chat box 2. If you can speak 1 minute, type in the chat box 1. I'd like to see. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Now, again, I will send you to the breakout room and you need to give this presentation. The time is 2 minutes. You need to, okay, no, let's say 90 seconds, right? So you're going to speak 90 seconds on this topic and the other person will stop if you go over 90 seconds and he's going to start or she's going to start. Next person, next person, next person. Are you ready to go for the presentation to the breakout room? If you're ready, please type in the chat box READY. Type in the chat box READY. Okay, excellent. So I have opened the breakout room for you. Please join the breakout room quickly. Join the breakout room. Quickly join the breakout room. Join the breakout room. And give this presentation. Join to the breakout room, please. Don't stay here. এই জায়গায় কেউ থাকবেন না. So please join to the breakout room very quickly. Bilkis, do you have any questions?
ভাইয়া দুইটা ব্রেকআউট রুমের ভিতরে কোনো পার্টিসিপেট করে না। ডাকলেও কোনো রকম সাড়া পাই না, আমার কোনো রকম ভুল হচ্ছে কিনা কোনো কমেন্টও পাই না।
Okay, I understand. Sorry. Can you please give a presentation now?
ইয়েস ভাইয়া।
So please start.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Bilkis Khatun from Mongla Bagherhat. I am resident of Khulna, Bangladesh. My father is a farmer and my mother is a homemaker. I am a teacher and I have a good family and there are 6 members in here. I was studies in Government PC College Bagherhat and I have completed MSS Masters on Political Science. My hobbies is reading, traveling and gardening, and my future plan is abroad in USA. I find a hassle-free education from Facebook and content of Natalia Habib Bhai, and I can my speak English. My speak in English is improved day by day. I think my grammar skill is not a good.
Okay, excellent. Can you please type in the chat box? What have you learned over 9 days? আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে দেখান তো এই 9 দিনে আপনারা কি কি শিখেছেন। Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. What have you learned over 9 days? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see. So you have learned grammar, you have learned presentation, you have learned how to ask questions, you have learned WS questions, you have learned cue card, right? So please type in the chat box. What have you learned? Give me 5 things what you have learned in this 9 days. Type in the chat box quickly. Okay, sentence making, grammar, presentation, cue card. Anything else? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. And tell me, why you do recommend others? অন্যকে আপনি কেন রিকমেন্ড করবেন? আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে দেখান। Why you do recommend others? Why you do recommend us to others? অন্যকে কেন আমাদের হ্যাসেল ফ্রিতে রিকমেন্ড করবেন? Type in the chat box. Okay, so this is your homework. I would recommend you to practice at home and give a presentation. যখন প্রেজেন্টেশন দিবেন তখন কোশ্চেন বলার দরকার নেই, আপনি এই টপিক সম্পর্কে এই কোশ্চেনের আনসারগুলো দিয়ে একটা প্রেজেন্টেশন তৈরি করবেন এবং আমি দেখতে চাই আপনি 2 মিনিট স্টপ ওয়াচ দিয়ে 2 মিনিট, আপনার ভিডিও লেন্থ 2 মিনিটের বেশি হতে হবে। Okay, so that's the thing. So please type in the chat box how long you have to give a presentation, how many minutes you need to speak. Type in the chat box. 2 minutes. Okay, excellent, excellent. Thank you for joining today's class. So how did you find today's class? Give me the feedback. Is it excellent? Okay, not bad at all. Type in the chat box. I'd like to see. Is it helping you a lot? Okay, excellent. Thank you, Brent, for joining today's class. And